Start recording. Programmable devices. Why computer is programmable? Because it's not artificial intelligence yet. Um, you can imitate artificial intelligence from ordinary computer, but to really create artificial intelligence, you need a more capable computer and a serious program because artificial intelligence must recognize images. So look at the people face and recognize what's the facial expression. It's already done, so you can actually load this program and use it. But we are speaking about devices that are quite obedient. And this obedient device named microprocessor. Microprocessor. I will start the structure MP. Microprocessor. What is the basic feature of microprocessor? That it is capable to do a lot of operations. This is linear operations like arithmetics and algebraic operations like plus, minus, divide, multiply, square root, and print, load, um, save on memory, and so on and so on. But microprocessor does not know what to do. It is device that actually uh, obey with a list of instructions. But to place this list of instructions, we need uh, to have a memory. Memory, actually, this is a big table, as I told you, randomly addresses named RAM, random access memory. And memory actually contain binary words. I will put here binary word at the end of the memory. This is the same word as everywhere in this table. Table, actually memory electronic table supplied with addresses. Every cell is unique address like this 00001, 00010, and so on. Definitely address of each cell is binary. But we already know that binary numbers could be converted to decimal, and microprocessor can ask to give information that is stored in the memory in a certain addresses and can put information inside of the memory, a certain address. But which address to use actually dictated by the program. Program is also here. Program. Program is a set of instructions that actually tell microprocessor of what to do with data. Data. So memory is placeholder for data and programs, and it's pretty fast device. The speed of memory is um, input output, meaning read write speed is about 6 nanosecond. 6 nanosecond. 6 nanosecond, folks. It's um, such a small uh, time frame, so you cannot even imagine it. When you start blinking with your eyes, you can blink um, like about 10 times per second. So your blinking speed about 200 millisecond, which is about million times longer than this memory speed, input output. So in 1 second, that could be billions of operations. The same as microprocessor. Microprocessor internal clock ticking with a speed 3.5 gigahertz. You can see gigahertz. By the way, hertz is unit that allows you to to calculate how many events per second. How many events per second? Hertz is 1 event per second. Folks, this is a bad paper. Let me exchange it and I will repeat it. Okay, so as I told you, microprocessor, MP, memory with program inside program. By the way, program is written and placed there by people who name programmers, and that is their profession. In some elements here is data. So it is accessible memory named random access memory. Microprocessor has a speed 3.5 gigahertz, which is pretty fast, but memory and processor are asynchronous. So they work in their own time frames, but to synchronize they need some kind of um, middleman. And this middleman is staying between of memory and processor. And this is information delivery unit named bus. Bus. So bus is electronic device that can request information from memory and send information to microprocessor. Request information from microprocessor and send it back to memory. So it has functions to control information that been taken from memory and being put to memory back. So bus is kind of bottleneck. So the bus must be um, as faster as memory is and faster as microprocessor. So every contemporary computer contains this bus. By the way, the bus is a device that actually collect connection to other devices. So it's middleman for all the computer equipment. I forgot to tell you folks that memory is vulnerable. Vulnerability. What is vulnerability is? It is power dependable. So memory need electrical power to memorize everything. This memory for working randomly with microprocessor. But when you leave computer, you need to save information that you actually created. And to save this information, you need to have a device that actually will retain and remain information while your computer is not powered up. And this device named storage. So we could put storage here, storage, and we connect storage to the bus. What is storage? Storage is a flash drive. Storage is solid state drive. Solid state drive which use static electricity to record binary information, or magnetic drive which is HDD, hard disk drive. Folks, both are in use in different computers. HDD basically in desktops, solid state drives in laptops and portable computers. Now, SSD and HDD, they power independent. When you turn off the power of the computer, information will still be there and be safe. So when you
What does
save
this
a
stand for?
this is storage of your information that been created in memory, but then to save it as a file, to come back and get it back in the new session, you need to save it in the storage. Storage, sorry, named solid state drive or hard disk drive or flash drive, folks. This is my flash drive. You can see it here uh, with USB connectivity, and this is 64 gigabyte capacity. So the same principle as flash drive. Flash drive can save your job, but this is sitting inside of the computer body. But this is quite slower than memory. And one input output operation is much longer. It is about 6 milliseconds. Milliseconds. 6 milliseconds. So during this 6 millisecond operation, memory can produce thousands of operations more. Okay, so now we have information that's saved in SSD or HDD. What else we need? We need device that will display the information what we do. And this is output device. By the way, folks, devices that you can see here are output and input.
What
Input
does that say at
device,
the top?
say it again.
What does that say at the top of the RAM or the RAM?
VGA, VGA, VGA. I'll repeat it here. VGA, VGA. VGA is a visual graphic adapter, folks. I'll put it here. VGA, visual graphic adapter. Visual graphic adapter. What is the needs for this? Because monitor is just TV, folks. Monitor. I'll put this monitor. And monitor actually gets information through the HDMI cable. HDMI. You know that HDMI cable
That's the thing
actually,
that goes into your TV, right?
yes. And monitor, actually, LCD monitor could be connected to the computer through the HDMI port or from the Macintosh is DisplayPort. 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 But monitor or TV, it's just a bunch of pixels. It's a screen that display information. But what coming from computer is one or zeros, and you need to connect monitor to binary information. To do this, you need to have adapter and converter that converts binary information from the computer binary to the visual information on the monitor. And this is quite expensive device on the computer, and especially if you need faster reaction for your computer, if you play games. The gaming visual adapter could cost up to $2,000 for some very high level of computers. So now we have a monitor, folks. Monitor. Monitor, by the way, can be characterized with resolution. Reso, resolution. What is resolution? It's a size of the monitor in pixels. Pixel is a little tiny dot on the monitor. Tiny dot that can be different colors. So monitor actually is a huge table, and if you go for the monitor, that is the monitor screen, and that is rows and columns of pixels. And every pixel is controlled by the computer. And resolution, folks, is number of pixels horizontally by number of pixels vertically. If we're talking about high definition display, HD, so that will be 19, 1920 by 1080 pixels. But it is 2K, meaning so if you multiply it, you will get 2 megapixels. What is a 4K, folks? 4K is a 4 megapixels. Okay, so this is display. To make this computer connectable to internet, we need to have um, specific device. Specific device. Let me go here, and that will be bidirectional connection to the bus. And what is the connection? Folks, that is the device named net adapter. Net adapter. Network adapter. This network adapter actually converts signals from the local area network, because when you home, you will have something named modem. Modem, by the way, could be translated as modulator slash demodulator. Modem is point where the provider internet cable connected. It's a cable from iNet provider. So that is a language of internet, but inside of modem is language for the local area network, LAN, local area network, and that is modem. In this case, folks, you can see you can now connect your internet space. Definitely, you need human interface devices, and you need to have ports. So that is USB port for external devices, and that will be connection for input devices. Could be through the USB port. That will be your keyboard, and that could be mouse. Keyboard and mouse. No, this computer already can be functionable, right? But the only problem that we have, uh, that this computer cannot start. And when I asked my students from other class why this computer cannot start, they said because there is no power. But if you consider that this is laptop and this has battery power, and the battery power actually can feed it, why it cannot start? Because, folks, to start this computer, you need to tell microprocessor what to do. But this program of what to do is sitting in the storage. To get it from the storage, microprocessor need to know how to get it from the storage. But to get it from the storage, microprocessor need to get the program from the storage already and run this program. So without initial program that tell microprocessor how to get programs, this computer will not start. So this is paradoxical event, meaning to get the program, microprocessor need to have a program. And how this solution came, where from? Manufacturers, they made the microchip named BIOS. BIOS is basic input output system. And this is startup program. Startup program. And it goes to the bus like sending sending information from the startup program to the memory. In this case, computer can start. How it can be? So when you turn on the power, then the first element that feels that everything is powered up is BIOS, basic input output system. It will send initial program, which is actually recorded inside of its internal memory, into bus, and bus immediately will retranslate it to the random access memory to the area of the programming. That is area where the program will be sent. Uh, then bus will inform microprocessor that on this particular start address of the memory is the initial program allocated. So microprocessor will ask bus to send the first command and will start running this program, and the computer will be alive. So what is the first program that actually running on this computer? The first program, folks, named POST, Power On Self Test. What is a Power On Self Test? Microprocessor will request every device about the quality of its work. For example, microprocessor ask memory, are you there? Memory respond with electronic answer, yes sir, I'm here. So it's like director on the venture. Then microprocessor ask hard drive, are you here? Hard drive or SSD drive are much slower than microprocessors, so their response looks like this. Yes sir, we are spinning up. So then network adapter, then monitor, and then everything else. And then you can see the picture of system with the name of the computer. For example, my computer now is Dell, so I can see Dell um, manufacturer logo on the monitor. When the post is successful, power on self-test, computer will run further. What's further will be? One, and that is two. Further will be run operating system. Operating system. Folks, operating system is a main management. Main manager for all hardware and software. What it's actually doing? First function of operating system, which actually in PC computers, it is Microsoft Windows, and the new system is Windows 11, Microsoft Windows 11. For the Macintosh is Mac OS. For your telephone, it could be Android or Mac OS, Mac operating system. For the huge computers that actually banking or controlling the aircrafts on the space, that could be mainframe, mainframe, and so many other operating systems, folks. Um, Actually, you can find open operating system like Linux and Ubuntu. Ubuntu. So these operating systems cost nothing. You can download and run it on the computer instead of Windows. Actually, if you know how to operate with them. So the main function of operating system is graphic user interface, GUI. This is graphic user interface. Folks, what is graphic user interface is? In Windows, it is taskbar, icons, menu, what else? Uh, Mouse, gesture.
Does that say right next to mouse gesture
Um,
on the
Meaning
bottom
number on the bottom,
under
meaning this mouse
taskbar?
gesture. Taskbar, it's part of operating system. It allows you to control what you do and how you do it.
Oh,
Taskbar, by the way, allows you to recall menu and run programs and applications on your operating system, on the operating system. Okay, uh, folks, I need to change the paper and then we'll reconnect. So, speaking about mouse, folks, mouse is the device that actually named pointing device. Pointing. What is a pointing? Because mouse is cursor controller. So cursor looks like an arrow that allows you to make gestures. And that gestures will be understood by Windows as control functions. Control functions. So, for example, click, click is select. 2 clicks, it's run, meaning execute. Click, drag, and release, meaning drag and drop. Drag and drop. That is copy. Right, uh, right click is contextual menu. Contextual menu. So, folks, all of the things allows you to control things in your computer. Windows or other operating system understand this as control functions. And there is little symbols on the top of your windows, like one of them is minus, another one is box, and another one is X. That is minimize, maximize, and delete, meaning take from the screen. Okay, when you put your mouse in the corner of the windows, it allows you to resize this window. Contextual menu, folks, by the way, in Windows 10 it's very comfortable. In Windows 11 they screwed it up, so you need to double click on the contextual menu to get the full contextual menu. There are devices like tablets that actually have um, touch screen. Uh, they have different gestures for the fingers because you can use your fingers instead of mouse. Click is just a tap. Double click, tap and hold. Uh, Also, you can make zoom, zoom in and out to make your fingers like wider or narrower. All of the things, folks, allows you to control what you're doing. So all of the things named GUI, graphic user interface, and operating system actually provide these functions. What else operating system doing? I will say that um, that was number three, just number four. That is hardware control. Hardware control. Folks, what's meaning hardware control? In your computer, when I draw this, you can see it here, right? Computer has a lot of devices, and we need to dispatch signals that coming from different devices and from user simultaneously. Take a look. User can ask, I would like to copy this file to this space. And simultaneously, I will organize this space by putting USB drive inside of USB port. Simultaneously, something get in from the network, let's say your email from your friend, and simultaneously, let's say something malfunctioning, let's say modem or monitor. So um, all of this simultaneously coming signals from the hardware must be collected and managed by the operating system. So operating system can interrupt one job in a favor of another. But user is always have the maximum priority. So when user requests to do something, so if it's only possible to do, uh, operating system will provide the green light for the user. But if it is impossible and computer need to maintain the situation that actually prevent computer from the normal functioning, then user will be informed. Let's say there is low space on the hard drive, or there is no memory for to run this program, or the program is corrupted and cannot be run, or the program is illegal, or this program is infected, folks. Infected meaning it's catch virus, which is the evilness of the behaviors of somebody who put viruses, infection inside of the program. So this is hardware control. Uh, Actually, the hardware control can give opportunity to uh, user to connect new hardware, and then I will go for this add hardware. What is it difficult to add hardware, folks? I'll tell you that all hardware when computer started is listed in a database of the operating system. So all hardware listed. So when you add new hardware, the new hardware is uh, creating the signal that this is a new guy in the block. So we need to connect information from this new hardware to the computer. But all the pieces of hardware speaking their own languages. Consider that printer, right? Printers speak about paper, about fonts, colors, ink, toner, and all other things. What memory is speaking about? Memory is speaking about their own language. The language is how fast it works, is all the conditions normal, and so on. Monitor speaking about the size, resolution, refresh rate, and so on. So all the devices actually speaking their own languages, and to translate these languages to the language of operating system, every device, I'll put here, every device device has driver. Every device has driver. What is a driver? Driver is interpreter. Driver is interpreter. It translates language of the particular device to the language of operating system. Uh, where the drivers must be taken from. Actually, if you go to the site of manufacturer, you will find the driver that corresponds to this device. For example, I recently bought the Brother printer, and being connected to the computer, printer is not printing. I need to install the driver that will be control driver from one side, but will receive information from operating system from other side. So driver must be installed. But sometimes when you use, let's say, flash drives like this, or you use keyboard, or you use some kind of other devices that famous for the computer, computer does not ask you to install driver. And how this happened, folks? Sometimes the driver DB database, drivers database, actually uh, contain in the operating system. So all the drivers previously collected in operating system, and then when this device being connected to computer transmit its identification, operating system will find the appropriate driver and install this driver for this um, particular device. And that situation when you do not need to connect driver manually, named plug and play, plug and play. For Windows computers, that was a really problem because the ideology and tactics strategy for Microsoft Windows was just to get uh, software for computers, and computers uh, could be manufactured from many other manufacturers. Meaning, so all computer components could be created in a different countries even. So let's say my one of my computers, when I open it, I figure out that one of the element made in Taiwan, another element memory made in China, hard drive made in Vietnam, and body of the computer made in Mexico. So uh, drivers must be speaking different languages. So uh, how that happened that in Microsoft computers, uh, drivers actually collected in database. I'll tell you folks that was trick in that Microsoft made for other manufacturers. It called manufacturers and offered them certification, certification for their devices. Definitely, they wanted to certify their devices, but instead of this as exchange, Microsoft asked them to translate and transmit the drivers, send the drivers for their devices so they can use it in Microsoft operating system. Macintosh is different, folks, because Macintosh manufactured by only Macintosh. So all these devices actually created, adopted, and supplied with a driver, but by single manufacturer, which is Macintosh, Apple. So for Apple, plug and play is not a problem. Sometimes when you connect the huge device, let's say you connect camera or you connect video source or some kind of unusual device, let's say scanner, to the computer, this device could not have driver installed in plug and play system. In this case, you need to go to the manufacturer website and download this driver and install it, folks. That is actually uh, sometimes necessary when you change operating system. When you change operating system, I'll tell you, folks, that my computer, my laptop, one of them of the laptops, was set up for automatic update. Automatic update. This automatic update automatically download and installed Windows 11 instead of Windows 10. I don't want to say any bad words about Windows 11. New system. It's graphically pleaseful and nicely run, but uh, drivers that were installed on my computer, actually for devices that I use, they lost connectivity for certain devices because some devices need to upgrade and update drivers for the new operating system. So what happened next? I was forced to go to the Dell website and download drivers for chipsets, for processor, and for memory, and even download new BIOS, which is kind of uh, time consuming and also kind of dangerous because when you unsuccessfully download and install BIOS, your computer will be bricked down. So that is the bad situation. But fortunately, everything was uh, proprietarily installed, and I was happy with my new operating system. So I will now research different functions of Windows 11. This situation usually not happened with Macintosh, but I will tell you, folks, I'm a PC person, so I'll use more Microsoft than Macintosh. Why so? Because Microsoft system is more opened for user to find uh, more tricks and tips to use it. Macintosh system is closed box, so you actually forced to use the features that provided by Apple Macintosh and nothing more. I love a little bit more freedom. Okay, speaking about my operating system, about more operating system. Folks, 6, languages support. Languages, international support. Definitely, Microsoft provided support for all languages on the planet, beginning from the North Pole, finishing with South Pole. So that is more languages that any other program actually support. Uh, Naturally, it supports all Latin-based languages and support uh, non-Latin languages such as Hebrew, Arabic, Ethiopian, Indian, Irbu, and so on. Customization 7. Customization. Folks, I have spectacles which is plus 4.5. Some people they have uh, so-called daltonism. Some people need to be close to the screen and so on. Some people have problems with hearing. All of the things could be fixed uh, by Windows, so you can make more contrast with the different colors and so on and so on. So you can adjust the uh, color, sound, and appearance of the windows. By the way, speaking about sound, folks, I would like to add something to my picture here. To my picture. I forgot this. The sound system, folks. Sound will be connected to the sound adapter. Definitely, sound adapter converts binary code to the amplified speaker sound, and that is stereo output device. So you can watch movies. You have now monitor and sound system. Sound system also connect to the microphone. Microphone. Microphone is converts sound to the electrical impulses, and that could be recorded like we record now our session. Okay, this is operating system. Most important function, folks, number 8, it is launch, run programs. So when you get the computer from the manufacturer, this computer usually has only operating system and small programs that actually corresponding to a customized the um operating system. To get something that you need to work on, you need to install a installation. Installation. Folks, what is installation? Installation is actually when you take the program from manufacturer and this coming on the flash drive or on the disk. For example, folks, you can see here uh, the package for Office Professional 2010. I recently bought it from Microsoft, of course. And uh, when you open this box, then you will see the carrier of information that could be run. It could be on a flash drive, but usually it comes on a CD. CD. What is CD-ROM, folks? CD. CD is compact disc. This is optical media. optical media. So folks, you need to have CD drive to be connected to your computer in a manner of installing something uh, like this CD-ROM. So I have this drive, you can see it. This drive can be connected to the computer via USB port. You can see here the name DVD, like this. It could be opened and connected to the computer through the USB port. So I can actually use CD-ROM. But folks, CD-ROM, meaning ROM. What is ROM? ROM. Read only memory. Read only memory. What is the capacity of this optical carrier of information? Usually, if that is CD capacity is about 800 megabyte. But you know about the higher capacity, which is DVD. So some information can come for DVD. DVD is about 9 gigabyte of information. 9 gigabyte. So to read DVD, you need to have DVD drive. DVD drive. On some computers, DVD drive already built in. So on our picture here of the computer, I can put DVD and connect it to the bus. DVD drive. Okay, so how installation happened? When you put this CD or DVD ROM disk into the reader, and that will be connected to operating system. Operating system usually automatically figure out that this is program must be installed, and they will ask you uh, usually, would you like to install the program like Microsoft Office? If you say OK, meaning click on OK, then you will be able to install it. After installation, that will be embedded into the system. And when you click the start button, you will see elements of this program actually listed. And when you click it, they will go to run. So that is installation. So to make it included into the system, they will be embedded into the system. Definitely, folks, to check the um, if that correct official disk, they will ask you about serial number, which actually coming from inside of the box. Because this is a lot of pirate versions of these disks, you can buy it also, and that is the trick, that they will not be supplied with correct serial numbers. Installation. B, folks, function of operating system is upgrade. Upgrade. What is upgrade, folks? When you connect online, system will analyze itself and will create um, information for you that this is out of date. You need to upgrade it. Then they will ask you, system will ask you, would you like to download and install upgrade for the system? If you say yes, then system will take time. Usually it takes about hour more to upgrade the system. But folks, sometimes upgrade is kind of dangerous. because you have drivers for the previous version of operating system and for previous features, but when the upgrade has happened, you immediately lost your keyboard, or you lost your mouse, or even you lost your monitor because driver is out of date. So what you need to do, you need to go and delete this upgrade, and that is also possible. Point 9, folks. Point 9, and in this case, we will finish our today's lecture. That is protection. Protection. What is protection from what? Folks, that is a lot of um, dangerous programs that actually created deliberately to steal your money, to break your identity on the computer, or to destroy your computer. So they call it malware, adware, virus, uh, botware. Quickly about each of them. Malware, folks, is a program that forces you to go to the certain website. For example, the porn website actually want you to visit to the porn website, triple X. I mean, get they monetize, get, let's say, 10 cents for every visitor. So when you even don't want from them nothing, but when you visit, your computer will be automatically visit their site. This malware actually create money for the creator. Adware, folks. Adware is forced advertisements. By the way, Windows doing it a lot of if you use their internet module, not the Chrome, but their module named Edge. I prefer to use Chrome. Virus, folks. Virus actually created to kill your system. Botware use the power of your computer for some kind of evilness that going for other computers. They fight against other computers. So protection actually provided by Windows, and they have a program actually that protect your computer and find out the signature of this uh, bad software. Sometimes, folks, protection even overprotect your computer, so you want to install something, but protection actually tell this is actually dangerous because it contains virus, but the virus is not there. So you need sometimes to take off this protection temporarily to install something on your computer. We will continue with operating system next time, folks. And tomorrow I will place a couple of more homework and tests, and they will be available in the test area. This recorded session will be placed for your achievement, for your accessibility tomorrow in the recorded sessions. Now, folks, questions?
No.
Everything understandable? No questions. Okay. So, folks, thank you for coming for this online class. And I will see you in a week at the same time on Wednesday.
Okay, Professor. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a good night.
You too.